Hi Rohit, thank you for joining in. Talk about Olyv. What do you do, guys?
Thank you. At Olyv, we essentially work towards enabling financial access for the mass market emerging India. So, we do provide access to loans and programs to help their financial lives, such as through micro savings, credit health management, and bunch of other products that we are doing. We do operate pan India. We have got about 5 crore users on the platform who have helped us scale well. And yeah, in terms of business, I think the business has obviously been growing very well. And getting the awards today here is a
Can you
big.
put numbers in place of very well? Even a
Okay,
percentage can help.
sure. The business has grown very well. As I said, we have 50 million users on our app from across 19,000 pin codes in the country. We have disbursed over $1 billion since inception, and today we have more than 20-25 lakh users who come to our app every month to use one or the other financial services. Our vision is to create the largest platform for emerging India to solve all of their financial problems.
Interesting, Rohit. Now, so far in your journey of Oliv's journey, there should be many pivots, many changes in your plans, some discussions over there. Can you talk about one major business pivot that you had to make?
Right. See, very early on, I think the segment that we work with, that's always been considered a very riskier segment. And there are obviously two ways to look at the same thing. A lot of people said, okay, you are going after a segment which is so hard to underwrite. How will they pay you back? You are a digital company. How will you go and collect money from those people? So early on, I think that was a big leap of faith that we had to take, right? So initially, we started with something which everyone think works, but very soon we figured unless you're solving a hard problem, you're not really creating huge value for the customer. So I think then that was a huge pivot early on in our journey. And in hindsight, I think that was the right call that we took. So I think solving that hard problem obviously opened a massive opportunity. It's a blue ocean. Most people still find it very, very difficult to crack it.
Very
And
interesting.
that's our USP.
Very interesting. For now, what are your current focus areas? Let's say in next 12, 18 months, what can we expect from Olive?
Right. So one, I think we obviously want to grow. I think we have barely scratched the surface. So we obviously want to grow this to another 5 to 10x in the next sort of 1.5 to 2 years. On top of it, we are creating, as I said, a credit-led platform, right? So credit is obviously the biggest pain point, but we do understand finance is very, very complicated. So to help people on how do you educate them, how do you provide them the right products at the right time, that's very important. And I think interestingly, what's happening with AI across the globe, I think the opportunity to do that in a very, very intuitive, in a very user-friendly manner is huge in front of us. So that's the plan. We want to obviously launch multiple products and then create an ecosystem for our users.
Very interesting. Apart from your sector, your space of work, what segment of fintech excites you?
I think what we are doing obviously excites us the most. And in a way, if you see, we are eventually creating everything for our user, right? You start from credit, you do insurance, you do credit health, you do savings. So I think in a way, we are creating quasi bank for emerging India.
That means you're too much into your game, huh? Now, when we look at fintech, it has a huge number projected that it'll meet that number by 2030. Is India on right track? Are we on right track?
Yeah, absolutely. I think India is one of the most innovative markets in that sense. And I think to be honest, whatever we are doing, right, that's only possible because of the way the whole ecosystem and I think what government and regulators have done. If you see in some ways the whole advent of India Stack, UPI, account aggregator framework, like so many things, these are the rails because of which only we are able to build. Otherwise, it's impossible to even think about this. So I think we are very much on the right track with the kind of innovations that are still coming in. Like account aggregator is something which is obviously catching up pace very fast. ULI is obviously there, which is also something which is coming soon.
So you brought in a couple of big stories that have come out from India. What will be the next big story in, let's say, in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years time? What will be the next big story?
I think in my mind, what has happened with the democratization of data and smartphones, right? You are able to obviously understand people and their personas and their cash flows very well. One big thing which has to happen is there's a huge amount of assets that people in generally have in India, right? Be it their real estate, property, vehicles and all that. as we are starting to digitize them, there is a much bigger unlock that will happen. And I think that's very exciting, right? Once people are able to say, do a UPI-like transaction on their property, right? I mean, it's digital. You can actually discover the value. You can actually give a loan against it. I think that would be a real game changer. I think it will take some time, but we're definitely in the right direction.
Thank you, Rohit, for making time for this. Lovely
Thank you.
speaking with you.